So almost this is going to be our last season, well, session, sorry, not season, session. Uh, it is here the unit 12, which is the easiest of all units because we talk about article determiners. Uh, there is a reading of biological time. There's actually the reading is going to be for homework. I mean, for extra practice, uh, for you to practice the skill. Here some we've got some photos of a person, and it shows the different stages of life. Yeah, from he was born until his late years. No, obviously his childhood, his middle age, and his last stage of life, no, which is the elderly. All right, we're going to watch the video introduction.
Welcome to Unit 12. This unit explores the different stages and paces of life, what suits different people, and how people use their work and leisure time. Listen to people talking about their attitude to their daily routine and how they feel about the pace and rhythm of their lives.
When I get into bed at night. That sounds silly maybe, but yeah, I get quite tired, I guess. As I said, life can be quite hectic, so I really enjoy just getting into bed. If I've got a decent book, I attempt to read it. I usually get about 2 pages in before I drop off and then read the same 2 pages the following night.
I like the early evening because for me the pressure's off and I can go and do what I want, and normally I've done everything that I need to do for the day.
I think in my everyday it's when I go on my bicycle to work or from work, because I get fresh air and get to move my body, I think. Yeah.
I think the morning. I like waking up with the sun and getting up early, and I get a lot done in the morning. Yeah.
I think it's changed quite a lot. It used to be the mornings. Maybe it was because I enjoyed the work I did a lot more, so I was really excited and wanted to wake up before everyone else and kind of get a head start for the day. But now I've kind of grown maybe into bad habits and really still enjoy the mornings, but enjoy them flying in a bit more. And I really look forward to cooking in the evening, and really don't like just before I go to bed because I want to stay up later, but no, I should go to bed.
I like the evening time. I feel like that's when most of the people are out, and that's typically when I'm done with work and I can see my family or go out with friends. So I'm not much of a morning person. That's kind of a slow start, so I like the evening time.
My favorite time of day really depends on the season though, but especially in the fall, I really like the evening, just when the light changes, especially when it turns like dusk time. Yeah, so.
I quite like, although I don't enjoy getting up early, I do, once you're out of bed and awake, I quite like being awake in the very early mornings. I try and get to work quite early because it's quite quiet on public transport, and it's just a calm, kind of peaceful time of day. It's hard in the winter because it gets very dark, but if you're around when the sun's just coming up, it's kind of like a quiet, magical time, especially in London, because it's so rare that you get to see it when it's quiet. So that's the time of day where you do get to enjoy that.
I think I generally move at a faster pace, and I think that the people around me get quite frustrated with that. My husband used to say that he only held my hand so I didn't walk so fast, which is not very romantic, is it? But there you go. No, I don't have a great deal of patience. I suppose that's one of the problems with me. I just like to get on with things. I can't sort of stand by, well, something needs to be done and not do it. And no, both my children and my husband, in fact, and my parents all think that's a bit of a problem.
I think my day-to-day life is quite fast-paced, but in terms of my sort of general life plan, it's quite slow. And I would say the people around me are usually the opposite.
I think it's quite fast, maybe sometimes too fast. I thought about it the other day, and I think I can remember the last time I was bored. So I think it's too fast. Yeah.
My work life is very fast paced, and my weekend and home time is exact opposite. People in my family don't move to a fast pace that I do at work.
Back in the States, it seems very fast-paced. I work a job, and then after that I have a bit of relaxing time, but it was very busy when I was going to school because it's quite common to work and go to university, so it was very, very fast-paced. So now, while traveling, it's a little less busy and more just fun and sightseeing and stuff, so that's nice right now.
I think it varies. It depends. I realize that I do live normally when I'm not on holiday as now, but usually I do live a pretty fast-paced life. And I realize that for some people, when I tell them what I have to do that day, they're like, "Oh my goodness, how are you going to be able to do everything? How are you not going to be exhausted at the end of the day?" So, yeah.
Oh, it's way too fast. I feel like I'm always on the go in London. So I would like it to be slower, but perhaps that's just the way it is when you live in the city. I think everyone's always in a rush to get into places, and you're always under pressure at work to hit deadlines and get work done. So I think that's just a consequence of life in the city.
So I think at the moment I have quite a fast pace of life because I just have quite a lot that I need to do at different times and quite a lot of work that I need to do. But I like taking time out when it is slower and when I can just do things that I enjoy and read and walks and stuff. So I think a balance of the two I like. I think I've grown up in a house of fast moving people.
That's all right. Until there. It was just a video introduction and opinions about the pace of life, the stages of life, things like that. No? Our main topic it is here, which is piece of cake. No, and the one, no articles, all, each, every. Yeah, so it is just normal. Yeah, I would say the easiest. No, as I said before, the easiest. So it's going to be a very fast unit. Well, actually, it's going to be a very fast unit because it's only today and Monday, and we finish, and then we focus on the exam probably on Tuesday and Wednesday. So listen to this story of the grandfather with the correct article. Yeah, the correct article. We tend to overuse the article de in Spanish because for everything is the el, la, los, la, le. But in English, sometimes it isn't necessary. Yeah, it's just no article, and that's it, and it's correct. In Spanish, we also say unos, unas. In English, it doesn't exist. It's just singular. Yeah, or one. Yeah. So remember, what I highly recommend when we are using articles is to forget to translate. Forget translating. If you start translating, then you have a mistake. Yeah.
12.1 My grandfather's story.
My grandfather, who's a widower, used to be a judge. And when he retired the year before last, he decided to go on a 4-month cruise around the world. He enjoyed the cruise very much indeed and had some great experiences. Anyway,
The most interesting thing about this cruise was that he met an attractive American widow. I think she's about the same age as him, who comes from California. Well, my grandfather invited her to have dinner with him, and they got on really well with one another. And would you believe it? He fell in love with her. No kidding. My grandfather says you can find love at any age, and the next thing we knew, he'd asked her to marry him. Apparently they were married by the captain of the ship. It's so romantic. The whole family's amazed, but we're all very happy for him because he's been rather lonely since my grandmother died. So there's always hope. Maybe.
There's always hope. Until there. So my grandma used to, what is the correct here?
The number one?
Yep. And the one or no article. Yes, thank you. George, because when we talk about professions, jobs, then it's necessary. If it's singular, yeah. If we are like plural, we are teachers. In our family, my sister and I, we are teachers. Are teachers. No article. Both singular, then is article. Yeah, he retired. The year before last. Thank you. He decided to go on. Mention for the first time. Yes. When we mention something singular for the first time, there is only one world, so he said around unique things. The unique things, the world. He enjoyed, we repeated, so when we repeat, we use, because it's specific, the article is the. Yeah, he enjoyed the cruise very much. He met for the first time an attractive widow. Yeah. Number 7. Invited to her have
without.
Yeah, no article, have dinner, have lunch, have supper, no article. Certain expressions go like that. They got on well with
one
another. Is an expression here, one another. My grandfather says you can find general facts, general things, general abstract things sometimes. Do we use article?
No article.
No article, exactly. Number 10, they were married by, if it's one person important in certain situation, you need an article. Which article?
The.
Correct. The captain, specific, the ship. You see? Then now, time for the exam. Are you ready for the exam? We have here time flies. We have this quiz. There are highlighted words on this quiz. How well do you use your time? How well do you use your time? It's going to be very quick twist. You have to, I want you to read it for you, because you're going to choose one according to you. Yeah, how would you describe your pace of life? Yeah, so you have to choose the one that is like the most describe you. Yeah, for example, here we have different options. I'm easygoing, just take life as it comes, quite fast, but I leave enough time for relaxations, at times frantic, at times relaxed, non-stop the whole time, but I like it that way. In my case, at times frantic. Frantic is like very, very busy, at times just relaxed. Yeah, in my case. But for Marco could be easygoing, for Jessica could be non-stop the whole time. Yeah. So it depends on you, right? So I want you to read it and choose one, the one that most describes you. Yeah. We are just gonna take 5 minutes because I'd like you to practice with another person. Okay, 5 minutes. Choose one according to you. Okay, supposing you chose one, we're working together. Yeah, you are working together with a partner, and I'll give you 5 more minutes. Remember, answer, well, make one question and the other person answers. The other person, the last person who answered now makes the question, and then the other person answers, okay? So one-on-one. 5 minutes practice only, guys. Yeah, try to cover, yeah, you choose. For me, I consider that it's letter A. So please work together, guys. Open your mic, ask the question and answer the question according to you.